You're listening to the Midlife Edit. Think of this as your remix for midlife strength, mindset, and living unapologetically. I'm Jen, your host, and together we're making this chapter not just good, but a damn good chapter. This is the Midlife Edit. Hey, friends, and welcome back to the Midlife Edit. I'm your host, Jen Weinstein, and before I get started with today's episode, I just want to pause and acknowledge something that's real. Life feels so heavy right now. And it's so tough not to get bogged down by all the negativity and the hate and the fighting and the wars and just all of it. Everywhere we look, on the news, on social media, even in conversations with friends or family or coworkers, it just feels like the world's just shouting bad news at us. And whether you live in this country or another country, it just feels heavy. And if you're anything like me, you've probably felt that heaviness and that weight in your own mental health and on your chest and on your mind. And here's the truth. Mental health matters. Your mental health matters. You matter. Mental health isn't one of those things where it's like, oh, well, it must be nice to be happy all the time. And no, it's essential. It's just like exercising to move our bodies to make us feel good or eating food to fuel ourselves. We have to take care of our minds. And when that negativity is all around us, the only way that we can protect our mental health is to consciously edit, to cut out the noise and add in outlets that support us. And listen, I am not saying that what's going on in the world isn't important. It absolutely is. But so are you. And so is your mental health. And it's okay to take a break and take a pause. And whether that's an hour, a half hour, a minute, a day, take some time to find an outlet that supports you. I am going to put some resources in the show notes. And, if you're down bad and you don't know where to turn and you're just feeling it really badly right now, check out some of the resources. Talk to a friend, a family member, email me. I don't care. I just want you to understand that your mental health matters. And you can find outlets like therapy or journaling or exercise, music, meditation, even just laughing with friends. Positive outlets don't erase all the hard stuff, but they do give us the tools to handle it. And I want you to take care of your mental health. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about how to edit out the cults of negativity to take care of our mental health and create a life that feels lighter and happier and more positive and even just more aligned. So let's talk about culture and pop culture. It never stays the same, right? It's always editing itself, and we celebrate that. Think about bands that you grew up with, and I'm going to tell you, I mean, obviously, I talk about them all the time, and they're my favorite band, but the Dave Matthews Band, they're still touring after all these years, 30 years. But they're not playing shows like they did in the late 90s, right? Dave's not wearing the same pajama pants he did when he was younger. They've edited. They've added new people. Band members have come and gone. They've added new songs, new energy. Their fans are new and old. But we're still there and we sing along to every song, right? In Green Day, they're still packing stadiums. And they've shifted their sound, right? They've evolved with the times, but their heart is still pure Green Day. And then Matchbox 20 came roaring back recently. I don't know if you saw it or not, but they're not trying to be the exact same band they were when they were in, 98, 99, 2000, but they're delivering a version of themselves that resonates now. And we don't complain about those edits. Yeah, sure, sometimes it's a little strange. We just have to adjust to them. But we line up and we buy the tickets and we cheer louder than ever. So why don't we give ourselves the same permission? Why are we acting like that career that we chose at 25 years old, or routines that we started and built in our 30s, or even friendships that we had at 40 have to stay locked in forever? If culture and pop culture gets to remix itself constantly, then so do we. I'm going to say it because I always say it, and you're going to hear it probably almost every episode of this podcast, but midlife is not a crisis. It's our encore, guys. It's the documentary edit where the plot twist happens. Honestly, it's where the good stuff begins for us. And okay, I have a confession. I am the queen, the absolute queen of being easily influenced. I think when the term influencer came out and was made popular by social media, I mean, obviously, influence has been a word for a gazillion years, but when they coined the term influencer for somebody who was on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, I'm the influencee. I'm the one that you're influencing. Ask my family, friends, my husband. If TikTok tells me that I need a new water bottle, I buy it. Or and listen, this is going to sound very hypocritical because a couple weeks ago I was on here and I was on social media saying, hey, these magic patches and pills and everything else are not going to fix you. But I've bought them. Not the ones that I was talking about necessarily, but I've bought them. And if you're like me and um, all my ADHD ladies out there, how many MLMs have you signed up for? And out of the ones that you signed up for, how many did you actually try to sell something or stick with it? I've probably signed up for 5 to 6 to 7 of them. You know, the Hey Huns were in my DMs and, you know, the girls I haven't talked to since high school, and they influenced me. Do you know how many I sold or how many I stuck with? That's a big fat zero, right? And when you mix all of this with my ADHD brain and my lifelong, again, another confession, my lifelong overzealous, uncontrollable need to fit in, honestly, I am so super shocked I haven't joined a cult yet. I mean, if they had cute merch, maybe I would. No, but seriously, I have watched cult documentaries with my husband a lot because we enjoy those, right? But I said to him one time, I was like, I'm really surprised that I never joined a cult. Maybe I just never had the chance. So if you see me wearing something weird and doing some kind of chants, come rescue me because I was influenced. But listen, here's another thing. Here's another hard truth. A lot of us are already in many cults. The cult of diet culture, the cult of comparison, the cult of midlife negativity. But unlike these documentaries, there's no dramatic helicopter escape scene. Nobody's coming to save us. The real exit is realizing you don't have to believe it anymore. So let's choose like happier, healthier outlets instead, right? So what does it look like to edit those negative stories and protect your mental health? Well, here's some examples. So with the cult of midlife negativity, let's talk about brain fog. The cult tells you it means you're broken. Something's wrong with you. But what's your edit? It's just your brain saying, you've got too many tabs open. And what can be your outlet? Journaling or meditation, or even just giving yourself one quiet hour without multitasking. Whew. Just saying that seems rough to me. I don't think I know how to relax. I don't think I know how to not multitask. Maybe this episode's actually just a therapy session and I'm my own therapist. I don't know. But brain fog and the midlife negativity cult, that one can suck you in. What about slower metabolism? The cult says your body betrayed you, but our edit says our body's inviting us to fuel smarter and not in the way we did maybe when we were in our 20s with McDonald's and whatever else. And build strength, right? So what's our outlet? Let's find a movement practice that actually energizes you. Find that workout routine, that gym that you like, that class that you like, walking, strength training, yoga, whatever feels sustainable to you. That's your edit. And then what about aging? You know, The cult says decline, right? For years and years and years, everybody says, ugh, you're over the hill. It sucks to be 40, blah, 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 blah. I love it. I am embracing midlife. I love my 40s. I know I'm going to love my 50s and 60s if I just keep on this trajectory. But we need to stop listening to that cult, right? So, what's our edit for aging? Our edit says freedom and wisdom and a confidence that you couldn't even fake in your 20s. Think about that. Think about how you may think you don't live unapologetically you right now, but you do. Think about your everyday life and things that you do now that you never would do in your 20s. The way you stick up for yourself now that you never would have in your 20s. So what's an outlet? Therapy or support groups or even just spending time with people who remind you how much you've grown or remind you that 20-year-old you would never have the confidence to stick up to that boss or friend or whoever in your 40s and 50s and 60s. And here's the other thing with outlets. They don't have to be complicated, right? Maybe it's just listening to music that lifts you up or walking outside and taking a deep breath of fresh air, taking off your shoes and socks and putting them in the grass and just grounding, right? Starting therapy. It's scary. No lie. Starting therapy is scary. But once you're in, you're in. Or what about simply just saying no to something that just drains your energy? Our goal here is simple, you guys. Cut what doesn't serve you and intentionally add what does. So let's talk about the real life noise. Here's how it shows up for me. I'll be scrolling on my phone, completely fine, and then suddenly I'm knee deep in comparison or negativity or even today I was scrolling and on TikTok and somebody said, "Oh, are you on Doomsday TikTok?" And I'm like, "Oh, what's that?" So then I go down that rabbit hole and it just doesn't make me feel good, right? Um and comparison is just it's something we've done all of our lives, especially if you're a woman. And I'm not saying men don't either because I know that they do. But us women, we compare ourselves to everyone, right? My brain goes from, oh, look at this funny cat video to, wow, I'm behind. Wow, I'm fat. Wow, I'm old. Whatever it is, all that negativity comes in. And then I realized I've just joined that cult of comparison. So, what edit do I need to do? I need to put my phone down, right? Easier said than done, though. I truly believe that our phones are addictions. I do. And I know that I can get caught up in it so hard. But I need to put my phone down. I need to take a deep breath, maybe go outside or go for a walk or just go chat with my husband or my kids or something. I have to remind myself that this is my documentary and not theirs. I have come a long way in my life and I am damn proud of myself. But once I get into those cult of comparison videos and pictures and everything on social media, I'm back where I started. I just have to keep reminding myself that I am my own person. And listen, sometimes the outlet, it's more intentional. For me, it might be going to the gym and lifting weights or scheduling a therapy session or picking up the phone and calling my sister or just redirecting into something else. If you follow me on social media, go check out the video I did yesterday because it is kind of like this. Like, hey, when life is bogging you down, these are the things that I've done. Reading a book, playing with the dogs, taking a deep breath, recording this podcast. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. If you just heard that noise a few minutes ago, it was the phone falling out of my lap. But I put my phone on Do Not Disturb when I record this podcast and I just talk. And it's so weird. And don't get me wrong, I love having guests on this podcast and I have some really cool ones lined up. But sometimes it's nice to just speak into this microphone with nobody staring back at me because I feel like I can say whatever I want and I'm not going to get judged. And I feel like I don't have to make eye contact or feel on point all the time. I feel like I can just be me. But here's another truth, right? Doing all these things, it's not going to just automatically fix your mental health. It's your mental health isn't fixed just by thinking positive. And if you've ever had bouts with depression or deal with this, you know, struggle with your mental health and somebody tells you, oh, just snap out of it, or oh, just be happy, or oh, look at all the things around you. You have this beautiful life. Why can't you just get out of it? You know how hard you want to punch them in the face, right? Because you would give anything to just not feel the way that you do. Today was that day for me. Earlier today, I woke up and I was fine. I was happy. I was in a good mood, and nothing, not one thing that I can remember sparked it. But man, I got down and sad and angry and irritated. And I don't know why. I know that these last however many minutes I've been talking has really helped me. But if somebody would have looked at me today and said, smile. Don't you hate that one? Or be happy. It's just so much easier said than done, right? And it's just, again, it's not just fixed by thinking positive, but it is supported by the habits and the tools and the resources we give ourselves permission to use. So, again, this podcast is part of my toolbox, reading and having conversations with the people that I love and curling up with my blanket and heating pad, which, by the way, I know my sister got me this amazing heating pad that was like an over the shoulder heating pad thing last year for my birthday. And I used it so much. I mean, like literally every day, whether it was on my lap or on my shoulders or whatever. It was like my emotional support heating pad. It stopped working. So I'm a little irritated about maybe that's where my mood started. I don't know. But anyway, rant over. I need a new heating pad. So give yourself permission to use the tools that you know are going to make you feel better. And again, easier said than done, right? When your mental health is so bad and you're hearing all these negative things, it's hard to pull yourself out of it. It's also hard to not get caught up in it, right? Again, with the cult thing, I am easily influenced. So if somebody's talking negative or saying how bad life is or how bad the world sucks or whatever it is, I can see myself going down that path with them, right? It's hard to not do that. It's so hard, but I know that you can because I know that I can. I know that we can walk away. I know that we can try our hardest to shut it off. So here's my challenge for you this week. What cult of negativity have you unknowingly joined? Think about it. You know, we think about cults and we think about religious cults, and, you know, there's so many good cult documentaries out there, you guys. But I mean, the Nexium cult and the Scientology cult, I mean, all these different kinds of cults. But what about our everyday life and these mini cults? Think about the one that you unknowingly joined. Is it the cult of I'm too old? Or the cult of I'll never change? Or the cult of oh, all my best days, they're behind me? Think about that. Figure out which one or ones that you have unknowingly joined. And then think about one positive outlet you can edit in to support your mental health. Get out of the cult and edit in a positive outlet. Again, it could be something small like going for a walk, starting to journal, or muting or snoozing those accounts that drag you down on social media. I've done it. I never thought that I could because, you know, they always say it's like a car wreck, right? You don't want to look, but you can't help it. And that's how I feel about some of these accounts on social media. The ones that don't align with me, the ones that make me feel ick, I had a hard time hitting snooze or unfollowing or unfriending or whatever it is. But I'll tell you what, when I started doing that, I've changed my view and my algorithm, honestly, and I'm seeing more positive things. So those are little things, but what about something bigger like finally calling a therapist? Look, I'm still on the hunt for a new one. Unfortunately, a few months ago, the first therapist that I had that I felt like really connected with me left the state, and she could no longer be my therapist because of all the red tape and yada, yada, yada. And it really sucks. And I've tried out a few since then, and just nobody really clicks. But I'm going to keep trying because I truly believe in therapy and I know that it helps. But what if you just finally make that leap and call a therapist? And lesson learned from me is you don't have to stick with the first one that you call or that is assigned to you. You can keep trying until you find the right one. It's a relationship, right? You're not going to be friends with somebody who's an asshole because somebody told you to be friends with them. I mean, maybe you will, but you don't want to stay in a bad relationship with somebody that treats you badly. Again, unfortunately, we've all been there. Well, most of us have been there. But therapy, you can walk away and say no to a therapist that just you don't align with, and that's okay. Or what if you don't want one-on-one therapy, but you want to join a support group, whether it's in person or the good thing about social media is there are so many good groups out there like that. I'm really trying hard to get the Midlife Edit Insiders group to engage and everything else. So if you haven't joined it, join it. If you don't want to post in there, it's okay. But if you have an idea or a comment or you just need to say something, feel free to shoot me a DM. I'm here to listen. Or what if you find a hobby that lets you unplug that doesn't have anything to do with the news or social media or anything else? What if it's crocheting or drawing or, get a Cricut and make crafts? Or, I don't know, there's so many different hobbies out there, you guys. But whatever it is, remember, mental health isn't optional. It's the foundation of who you are. And editing your environment and your inputs and your outlets is one of the most powerful ways that you can protect it. Protect your mental health at all costs. It is worth it. You are worth it. Don't let this negativity bring you down. Don't let it bring out the bad parts of you that you have fixed. Don't let it control you. Find a way to change and edit that negativity out of your life. So listen, guys, midlife isn't about being stuck. It's just about edits. Edits that protect your mental health. Edits that unsubscribe you from the cults of negativity. Edits that let you remix your life into something lighter and brighter and just more fun. So that next time that the noise feels too loud, remember, you are in control of you. You're the editor, you're the director, and this is your documentary. If you see me wearing some weird robe and dancing around like crazy, excuse me, call somebody, call my husband because I was influenced. I joined a cult. But honestly, thank you for being here. Please take care of you. Take care of the people that you love and take care of the people around you. This is your midlife edit. Let's make it a damn good chapter. I'll see you next week. You've been listening to the Midlife Edit, your remix for midlife. Remember, we're making this chapter not just good, but a damn good chapter. Want more? Join the Midlife Edit Insiders group on Facebook for deeper conversations, grab the curated playlists to fuel your comeback tour, and check out the merch that lets you wear your midlife with pride. Everything's linked for you in the show notes. And until next time, keep living bold, strong, and unapologetic. This is the Midlife Edit. Let's make it a damn good chapter.